Hey, it's Dan here from the European Personal Training Institute. So I've just done a real quick video today to talk about which kettlebell you should be buying for your first kettlebell when you're getting set up. So there's two types of kettlebell. There you've got the standard regular kettlebell here, and then this one here is your competition kettlebell. So the main difference is first the handle. So the handle with a regular kettlebell is going to be a little bit bigger, and you're going to be able to get two hands on there, which more suits for double-handed exercises. So if you're going like a double-handed swing, you really want to use a regular size kettlebell. With the competition size kettlebell, the handle is a little bit too small. So also you'll notice they're much squarer as well. The other big difference between the two is with the competition style kettlebell, it doesn't matter whether it's an 8 or 12 or 16 or 20, it doesn't matter what size, what weight it is, the size is always the same. So it's always the same dimension. So with a regular kettlebell, you know, as you can see, this is a 20, this is a 32, and the 32 is quite a lot bigger than a 20. It doesn't matter with those though, they're always going to be the same size. So the main difference is though is what you're going to be doing with them, what exercise you're going to be doing. So, you know, if you're doing like a double-handed type exercise like double swings, you're going to want to go for the regular. And also if you're doing exercises where you're going to be passing the kettlebell from hand to hand, you're going to be better off with that regular as well. It's just a little bit more versatile. So, you know, if you're just getting started off, I recommend going with the regular kettlebell. You're just going to get a little bit more bang for your buck with the money. So that's the first thing to discuss. The next thing is the handle. So, you know, when you're doing kettlebell training, you're going to really want to be comfortable with the grip. So you just want to make sure that the handle's not too thick. Okay, so if it's a little bit too thick, you're going to really start to struggle on your grip strength, especially when you're doing exercises like the snatch, where you're going for a little bit longer time and it's a little bit more sort of grip strength needed. You just the thickness of the handle is too thick, it's going to just fatigue your forearm muscles a little bit too much. But the same side as well, you don't want the handle to be too thin, because when you're doing bottoms up type exercises, if the handle's too thin, then you can't get a good purchase on that grip. So just make sure it's just comfortable when you get your thumb and forefinger around the handle there. So that's the next thing. Also you'll notice as well is the handles here are a little bit different. This one's about 15 years old, so all the paint has worn off of this one. This one's only about a month old, and I've started to sand it down already, but that will need to be sanded a little bit more. As you can see, the steel is starting to come through here, and there's still a thin layer of paint that needs to be worked off. So when you first get your kettlebell, if you've got paint on the handle, you just need to get some sandpaper and then just take that off. Reason being, if you've got any sort of cracks in the paint or any sort of jagged edges in that handle, when you're doing exercises, you're going to tear the skin off your hands when you get calluses. We're going to get calluses anyway, but you're just going to tear up your hands. So with these competition ones, as you can see, this is stainless steel. There's no paint in here anyway, so that's fine. So they're all good. But just make sure there's nothing sticking out, no jagged edges in there. It's just going to tear up your hands otherwise. The next thing to look at is the actual size of the handle. So as you can see, this one here, there's a good size on there. Really what I want to do is get my fist through that handle, so that's perfect for me there. And this one here, this 20, this is going to be a little bit too small. So, you know, when you're in that rack position, if the handle's too small, it's going to be right on the back of my wrist there, which is going to be very uncomfortable. You just want it kind of sitting just below that wrist joint. It doesn't want to be too long, because if it's too long, it's going to be coming down that forearm and it's going to be uncomfortable. But just make sure it's about a fist distance away, and that's going to be a nice comfortable grip when you're in that rack position. So that's the next thing to look for. And the next thing after that is really just when you go into Kmart, and some of those cheaper sort of kettlebells, you're going to see they're made out of vinyl. Try and stick away from those. And also the rubber ones as well, try and stick away. Just stick with your cast iron or cast steel. That's a much better kettlebell for you. And lastly as well, sometimes you'll see kettlebells with like a foot underneath. They put them on there for, you know, if you're training inside in a studio, wooden floors. I don't recommend you go for a kettlebell with one of those foots, just because when you're in that rack position, they tend to dig into your forearm as well, and that can be really uncomfortable. So that's the main things to look for when you're buying your kettlebell. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.